Welcome aboard Blue Moon. I'm Jillian, and this is Jonas. We live aboard our 1978 Catalina 30 sailboat. Join us while we explore the West Coast by land and sea, while living in our tiny floating home. If you enjoy these videos, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content. Thanks for watching. Good morning. It is another absolutely beautiful day here, and today I am in search for Wi-Fi because I have some videos to upload and they're not uploading on this Wi-Fi. And then since it's such beautiful weather and so warm out, I think I'm going to take a bit of a beach day, beach afternoon, and then hopefully when I get back I really want to clean the barbecue. That was something I had planned to do last summer and I just never got around to it. I don't barbecue all that often, but this is the season to be using the barbecue and cooking outside, and I think once it's clean I'm much more likely to use it because at the moment it's a little out of hand. So I think I'm finally going to tackle that this afternoon. But for now I'm going to walk over to the truck, go upload a video, and find myself a beach. So I just got back from the beach. I ended up spending a lot longer there than I had expected. It was just such a beautiful day that I figured why not. And then I ended up getting some groceries on the way back, and it's like 5 o'clock now, so I don't think I'm gonna get to the barbecue today. We'll see how I feel, but I'm pretty exhausted from the sun. The beach was really beautiful and relaxing. There was a heron just chilling there the whole time I was there. So I just sat up on the rocks for a while and watched it fish, and he got a couple good fish. So that was really cool to see. I always really like that beach, especially when you go midweek, midday. There's less people there. I'm not a huge fan of big crowded beaches, so I really appreciate when I time it right and there's less people there. Okay, so not gonna lie, I took a few days off from the barbecue project, but today's the day I think where I'm gonna get her all cleaned up. I think I'm just gonna use like a scrub brush, a sponge, maybe like some soapy water. And I do have a wire brush for the grill because the grill does have some rust spots on it, and I'm gonna try and get those off. Well, the barbecue is looking better. Not perfect, but way better than before. It was really hard to get a lot of that stuff off. It was just black and caked on there, so, but I got most of it off. Their discoloration is normal just from the heat of the barbecue, so yeah, it's looking way better. I'm still working on the grates. They have a bit of rust on them, so I'm trying to decide if I want to just buy a new grate or if I should try and clean it off. A lot bigger of a job than I expected. I think I was at it for like a solid 2 or 3 hours, but yeah, it feels good to get it done. I'm gearing up to do an oil change this weekend, just sort of get things ready for the summer so we don't have to worry about that. One thing that I'm checking is the zinc on the engine. Since this is a fairly new-ish boat to me and we haven't used it all that much, I'm not entirely sure about how long the zinc lasts, so I want to check that and see if we need a new one before heading out. So I'm going to shut off the water intake right there where my light is flashing so I can check the zinc. Go. Unfortunately, I don't have a socket that's big enough for it right now. I'm gonna try a wrench. Come on. This is not an easy thing right now. Okay, well, just kidding. I just found this in there. And I believe it says check zinc monthly. Kind of wish I would have found this earlier, but we live and we learn. So yeah, I did ask around a little bit how often to check zincs, but I heard that it's just like, it depends on where you are and depends on your boat. This is the first time I've ever been in a marina, so I have a feeling the zinc's probably gone. I'm gonna have to try and get this off, but we'll see, and then I'll pick up a few zincs, I think. Okay, so I did end up going to the truck and got my socket set because the little wrench just wasn't working and I really don't want to strip it, so yeah, we're gonna try the socket set. Hopefully it's easier to get off. I don't know why it's being so difficult. Let's see if I can get this off. I'm gonna use a longer handle so I can get some leverage. Hey, we have a winner. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Make sure this is going the right way. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay, let's get this thing off. Holy moly, this is on. Okay, so I'm back. It's another day and I've still not completed any of my projects. I could not get that zinc out. I tried again last night and I just can't get it out. So my brother's gonna come help me do the oil change this weekend, and I'm gonna get him to give her a go. On the barbecue side of things, I cleaned the barbecue shell itself. So that's all done, but I've been kind of going back and forth on what to do about the grill. It is rusty. Some people choose to grill on rusty grills, some people choose not to. So I'm going to look. I was talking to my neighbor and they said that there is a shop up the way that sells grills, so I'm gonna look into that, kind of see the price range of what a barbecue grill would be, and I might just bite the bullet and get a new one, and then hopefully we can have a little outdoor grill. Really just stretching this out, bringing you guys along for every moment of it. This is a bit of a choppy video, but honestly that's what my week has been like. I've been like trying to get little projects done and then them not working, and that's just the theme of this week, so that's the theme of this video. So I'm gonna go look and see if I can get my hands on a new grill, and we'll go from there. Okay, so barbecue grates are more expensive than I realized. I don't know why I'm surprised at that. These aren't like overly bad. They definitely are rusted, but I'm gonna try and save them before I buy new ones. I was looking into the Google and I saw a couple people saying that if you mix salt and vinegar together and then spray it on, leave them in a bag for overnight, it should help get rid of the rust. So we're gonna try that because I have nothing to lose at this point. Salt, vinegar. I think it said 1 part salt to 2 parts vinegar. 1 part salt, 1 part vinegar. No, 2 parts vinegar. Roll up them sleeves. I'm just gonna use maybe like a paper towel to rub it on there. Get some of that salt. I've got high hopes for this actually. So I'll put like a layer of paper towel in between each one so it kind of stays. I mean, honestly, it's taking some off already, so it's definitely not going to be any worse. I will be storing this outside so my whole boat doesn't smell like vinegar. So hopefully when this is done mingling, it'll be kind of rust-free, or at least way less rust. So I've been reading through all of your comments about the garden that I planted last week, and tons of really helpful comments, so thank you so much. As a result, I'm going to make a few little changes to what I have now. I did pick up a new bag of soil, so I'm going to add to my cucumber, so it's an actual full pot of soil. A lot of you said that cucumbers can grow quite large, and that this pot might not be big enough, but I am going to keep it in this pot mostly because I just couldn't get any other pots, so it's staying in here for now. And then the other thing I'm going to do is, this is like the saddest looking aloe plant I've ever seen in my life. It was doing so well and now it's really not doing well. I've been trying not to water it, and I put it outside, but it's just looking terrible. So this one leaf is still green. Anyway, I'm actually gonna take it out of this soil, give it new dry soil, and then I'll just add this soil to my plants. So that's the plan with that, and I'm really hoping it's gonna come back because I'm gonna be disappointed if it doesn't. Okay, so we can only go up really with the aloe plant. Now I'll take my cucumber out. Hopefully it's not too mad at me for moving it so many times. So I do have rocks in the bottom of this pot from when I planted it. Whenever I planted it. It was a while ago. So that'll help with drainage a little bit. And then I'll mix these together. And now my little cucumber should have the perfect home. So yeah, I mean, it might grow big. Hopefully the roots won't choke out too much, but this is already way better than it was before. And I can always transplant it again if I feel like it's just getting way too big for this pot. And someone else mentioned that since the pot is black, it absorbs the heat and can actually burn the roots. So I'm gonna try and find something not black to put it in, probably honestly even like a box or something, so it doesn't absorb as much sun and so the roots can kind of not get burnt, basically. So there's my cucumber. It's looking much happier, or at least I think it's gonna be much happier. And now for the aloe, we're gonna put some soil in, and I'm not gonna water it. And then hopefully it'll come back. Now I know that this probably isn't really the right soil for it, but I can't buy a huge bag of sandier soils just to plant this little plant. So I'm just gonna work with what I got, and hopefully it'll be doing a little better soon. We'll see. But yeah, there's the aloe. And now I'm gonna try and deal with the herbs. So far, the basil is not doing very well, but everything else seems to be doing really well. I got a lot of feedback saying that mint will just overgrow everything, and it's especially not good with the basil. I've been scouring the boat for something to put a plant in, and this is kind of all I came up with. So I'm gonna poke drainage holes in this, and I'm gonna cut off the top, I think. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't have any rocks or anything to put in the bottom. So as per usual, we're just gonna see how it goes. I was gonna move the mint, but now honestly I kind of just want to move the basil because I really like the idea of having that sort of a standalone, because then I can kind of care for it a little better. What do I want to do? I'm going for it. Oh, this is actually super easy because the pot that this basil came in was a compostable pot, so you're supposed to just take off the plastic wrapping and put the pot in, and the pot has not decomposed yet, so that makes it kind of easy. And then I'm gonna break up this pot a little bit just in case. If anything, it's just gonna look really cute, so can't complain too much about that. Okay, so hopefully the basil will be happier in this. I think it looks really cute. I kind of like the dirt look. There's my basil. And now I'm gonna pull out the rosemary and put it where the basil was. Open this. Ooh, it's actually really growing. So I'll see how this goes. It's definitely looking a lot less crowded and the plants will have room to move around a little bit. If the mint does start going absolutely crazy, I might transplant that into its own pot as well. But for now, these 4 have been mingling well so far, so I don't really want to mess around with that too much if it is working, and then if it's not working, I'll try something different. I'm really hoping the basil comes back. It is looking a little brown on top, and I don't know if that's from overwatering. I'm hoping this will be okay. It can't be any worse. It definitely has more space now. And that is all. Okay, so it has not been overnight, but it's been about 8 hours and I just can't wait any longer. So I'm gonna check out these barbecue grills. How are we looking? I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I think I'm gonna use a sponge to like really scrub it. It's like definitely not worse. So we're getting somewhere. So this is the final product. It's insanely hard to tell with the light right now, but some of them are looking better than others, and they've definitely improved. Like this one's almost normal, and then this one's like a little rough around the edges. But as I was scrubbing away, I was thinking, like, first of all, like, what am I going to be cooking on there? It's probably going to be vegetables and maybe like veggie burgers or something. So I think if I oil these, it's not going to be a problem. Like, they're very clean now. There's no flakes or anything coming off them, which is sort of the main thing that you don't want to happen. You just don't want to be eating metal or anything. For the time being, I'm just going to keep these ones. Maybe new grates will be in my future, but honestly right now, and the amount that I barbecue, it just doesn't make sense for me to throw down like $100+ on new grates, because that's just gonna be one really expensive meal. So yeah, I'm gonna oil these. I'm gonna put them back on the barbecue. Most of the things I grill anyway are vegetables and stuff, which I'd probably just put in tin foil. So yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. Thanks for coming along with me for this kind of weird week. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.